to Commander Ramsey Videos World of Warships. It's been a while. Still having throat issues, but we'll get through this. I'm in the new supercarrier, the USS United States. And this is a very close battle. It goes back and forth, as you will see. I'm an average CV player. I watch Top Tier. He's probably the best expert I know for CV play. So I try to learn from him and apply those to the game. Here my mission is to go out and spot the cap zones for my team. Try to intercept any enemy destroyers, which there seems to be an enormous amount of them in this game. 5 destroyers. I repeat, 5 destroyers on each side. This is going to be a difficult game for a CV player. So the best I can hope is to try to get in there and spot. I did this to protect my destroyer, thinking he was going to be trying to edge into the cap zone. That's part of the other contribution you can make as a CV player if you can. Fortunately, I took out several of the enemy CVs and planes, but he gets me back. Swinging around, looking for destroyers. I know there's got to be some out here. After all, there's 5 of them. And lo and behold, here's a gearing. Good news about the planes like the USS United States, a little more extra help. So I patiently lit him up. My team started to fire on him. I circled back around to try to get some shots on him. The good thing about these planes on the United States is there's not too much I get a 6 hits on him there. Got a little bit of damage. Still spotted. Trying to get around where I can get a good shot on him. Light him up again with the T. Got an incapacitation there, which simply means flying shrapnel points. There's one of the Shermans. The enemy team. Light him up again. Please take him out, but it's great. I don't care. I don't need to kill him. I'm just glad he's dead. Out of the game. Good news is we've got 2 Shermans, and that's amazing. I've got the ship, but I'm still in what I would call sea trials. I'm still learning to use that ship before I take it to random. Just getting used to this new CV. Haven't played it too much in random. Next thing I'm trying to do is still free up the area so my team can take the sea cap. Turns out to be a little more of a struggle than I thought, but hey, that's part of the game. I see the Des Moines there. I think I can sneak in there using the island is somewhat covered from GK. Temporarily get my fighters up. I could have got rid of some of the fighters. Happens. But I did get 3 in there and started a fire, so that turned out a little better than I hoped. Launched my Panthers F9. My dad flew these as the commanding officer of the Sundowners, VF-111, VF-111 in the Korean War. Awesome plane. Too bad there's not very many of them around left anymore. Alright, I'm going to try to swing around here. But one thing I learned here is just how good the Sherman's anti-aircraft fire is. Got a little too close. Man, there's no room for error here. I think he maybe turned them on, or maybe I got just within range. Planes and their pilots. So I start off, I think, okay. I'm going to send in my turbojet planes. Try to yield what needed. Got a nice juicy target out there. Her first. recommend wasting them with lighter cruisers. Heavy cruisers, yes, but on lighter ones, my bother is they probably can steer away from you too quick. These things are too valuable to waste destroyers and light cruisers. They were very increasing speed is willing to kill to limit damage, and sometimes you get lucky and get all 6 torpedoes off. And I got 5 of them plus a flood. Actually, I got 6 on the curve first plus a flood. And that is to his doom. That boat does not turn well quickly either, so it's and I have to hand it to the NBCB player. He's trying to light me up. I assume so the Sherman there in the C-cap would smoke up and just start burning me down. My goal here is to try to get back in there, but I ran into a wall. But I got him back because I had set my fighter out there. I don't think we traded even, but nonetheless I didn't come away empty-handed. My worry here is now the Sherman's getting closer and I'm in real trouble. I decided I better start saving some planes. I gotta do a better job. Always tease the other YouTube contributors and saying, yeah, but the ordnance officers back at the carrier are just pulling their hair out, wasting those ordnance in the ocean. Thank God Wargaming does not penalize you for that. If they do, it may be the day I quit playing CVs. As if the chastising from the player base is not enough, because most of them don't like CVs. But I say, hey, they were in WW2. If you don't like it, then maybe you should try a different game. I get blown up by CVs too. So. I'm an average player. I don't play them a whole lot, but I find them entertaining. My dad used to be a fighter pilot. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. Here I can get a bad angle, but I thought only get about 3,500 damage, but we get a new capacitation. Take off in the Panthers again, hoping to come out a little better. This is a real interesting drop for you cruiser players. Island does not always provide protection, particularly against these type of jets. Somebody gets lucky with a drop here, you will see. I thought all this was going to be really difficult on this over. Graphics here on YouTube, they tend to move the reticle. The reticle is actually lower, so I got 5 hits with the rockets. So now I'll take off with my heavy torpedoes, headed back toward the same cruiser, hoping to get him. But I know torpedoes are a much harder drop when you're trying to snake in and around islands. These later model planes do not turn well. They turn very difficult, so you almost have to slow down completely before you make the turn, line up, and then speed over. They're not as turn friendly as the old go ahead and give it a try. I'm always in that smoke. I ignore the DD, stick to my mission. I aim right where the anti-aircraft fire is coming from. I think it's important to note that when you take off in a plane with a mission, you have to probably better stick with that mission. In that case, my mission was to go after that cruiser. When the DD appeared, I ignored him and went on a little bit further and stuck with my mission, putting torpedoes and aiming into the direction of the anti-aircraft fire. I landed some torpedoes in the side of that cruiser and got a flood going on. That doesn't always happen, by the way, but I caught him broadside. His anti-aircraft fire was on, so I took a chance. It was a calculated risk. here I try to give some support to my two Shermans over here on the Marceau. Marceau is a very fast ship. Sherman's guns are great, but it's very slow turning. It does have great numerical smoke, but they need some spotting. So that's what I try to go here and do. I think for the cruiser in this case, because I've got a DD my destroyers need support on, so I'm trying to do that. But I'm afraid if I hover out there too long, he's going to flames. So I take a shot at the left range. He's coming so fast. I'm also sure it's a left-hand turn there. He doesn't do that, and he fools me. So I come away empty-handed directly, but I think my friendlies get some shots in on him. The game's getting really tight. Just went up a little bit, but things change. I take off with my twin turboprop bombers. They're awesome. The bomb heavy cruiser, battleship, or CU. They come in very fast. And it requires a lot of practice, which I do at Fort. I practice there. So I go in, I'm trying to aim for the superstructure. Superstructure. I doubt many of the commanding officers survived that hit, because they were probably there hanging out. They may have been in the battle bridge, who knows. I'm heading out with the Panthers again, trying to help go after the destroyer here. I need a little more practice on that. He was slowing down. I misinterpreted that. Otherwise, bow. Live and learn. You notice one of our Shermans is living on borrowed time. Ship count's even, and we just lost one of our Shermans, and we just lost the lead again. It's very tight, almost close to a tie. Now, what I don't notice at this point is the Marceau. It started making a run for the backside. As you know, that ship is very fast, and he was putting forth a strategy which was sound to go after I didn't notice that, so it's unfortunate. I'm in a carrier the size of 3 football fields over against the map edge, which is almost impossible to turn. And I kind of get myself in a pickle later in the match. Here I'm trying to provide support to my team. We've got to take the C cap here so we can try to win this game. Finally figure out I'm going to go after the Annapolis. He's leveled up, increase the speed. This time he's going to pick up speed very fast. Minimize the AA damage. Really lose one of them. Sometimes two, which I did before I got that report. But as you can see, I landed both ports on that cruiser. Choked them up, plus a flood. He's getting damaged. So we were down 5 to 3, now it's 4 to 3. Couldn't quite destroy the Annapolis. It's a tough ship. It has a good heel on it. The good news is our Sherman's almost full health. I'm almost full health. The Annapolis on our side is about 80% health. The enemy team not faring as well. The lead is still very tight. Here I got an easy target, quoting in the Battle of Midway. I know I've got a target, I'm going to go after it. So I go for the superstructure, land 18 of them there, got some decent damage. Weaken him somewhat. But I notice he's still going into the sea cap, and my Sherman's probably going to run out of smoke here soon. Plus the Thunder's got his bow pointed right toward the Sherman, which is going to make it harder. I do notice on the B cap that the Marceau has made his way all the way around to the B cap already, and I'm in trouble. I should have been back up there to the north side of A. And when I mean north, that means pointing straight up. Traditional map cartography, north is always straight up. I'll go after the superstructure here, get another 5 hits with the Panthers, and the fire started. My team did a good job taking the other ones down. Now we're down, taking a good lead now. Looks like we're getting some relief, but I know I'm in trouble personally, which if I get sunk, they could tilt the game back the other way. Plus the Marceau has grabbed the other cap back. And there's still 4.5 minutes left, so I would say never in this game. Been too many close ones. That's all. There's the Marceau. The good news is he doesn't just do a French. Try hard torpedoes, hot shot. He's already close to me. At this point, I'm thinking, well, the best I can do is put damage on him, confuse him, and slow him down. I'll probably get sunk. I'll go after him with some bombers. More likely, I might get in there on him. Get lucky here. A couple of bombs. Start a fire. My friendlies are trying to help out now. They're spotted. Their shots are pretty long distance. Now I come around with my rocket planes. Got to do some more damage. I need to go back to the carrier, set the secondary guns on automatic. I go ahead and put the planes again. There's the torpedoes. And my secondaries did amazing. One of my favorite games in the United States since I've owned her for a short period of time. Not too bad of a score, but to get close quarters expert, I had no plans for that whatsoever, and that was really my fault for putting myself in that situation. Alright, I'm going to move on here and I'll show you the results of the battle, and then I'll show you my commander build. I did not expect to get top score in XP, but I did, but I gave thanks to the players below me there who played really well. The twin Shermans probably made the difference in the battle, and our Annapolis did really well. And the rest of the players did too. I probably could have given an okay to the Marceau. I wish I had. He played great. Here's a rundown of the damage on the Kurfürst. Not too bad. Torpedo, 6 of them, 31K. The Marceau, secondary, aircraft damage was multiple bombs and rockets, as well as secondary shells. The Venetia, again, bombs, but those tactical torpedoes, awesome. Thunder, good damage on rockets and bombs. The Des Moines, got some bombs in there and some one fire. The Annapolis on the enemy team did well on that one. And the Gearing at the beginning of the game, got 6 rockets on him. On credits, I always try to build up my commander skills, so I use those economic bonuses, and you can see there I came in with about 32K on commander XP. Alright, I'm going to take you out now and show you the details on the ship. Here's my commander skills. This is Tsar Alexander, which is great to have him because you can move him back between Russian and American ships. Here's the build I got. I'll probably change this whenever Wargaming frees that up, and I can switch them around for no cost. But I added these as I went. You can see that's why I ended up with a lot there on the first row. But I added this for spotting reasons, the patrol. stabilization. I need that for my shakiness in my hands. And those 3 down below are pretty standard, but you get the extra boost on your health there with Mr. Alexander. There's the economic bonuses. You can see the commander XP, 100%. Sorry for the mispronunciations. I got some neurological disease I'm dealing with, so I'm just doing the best I can and trying to tax my brain according to the doctors. Here's my build on the aircraft carrier itself. Take a look at that. I guess our Alexander has some text messages coming in. And here's the signal flags. I always try to make use of those when I'm in a battle that counts. This was for a naval battle for my clan TF-16. And I use those for attacks on the carrier. I always use the speed and the flooding flag. I wish I'd used the secondary. I probably could have, but again, I didn't expect to use it. Never say never. Alright. One last thing was the exterior. I've been using blue camos because since the camo changes, I figured blue is probably better off in its various forms because it blends into the ocean water. I don't know, I haven't been able to prove that yet, but I think it makes it better than putting something like red or yellow or something really bright and obnoxious that's easier to see the human eye. Hope you enjoyed it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun in wargaming, World of Warships.